What's going on, guys? So, another new video, story of my life. I cleaned up in the garage a little bit. Look at all this room. It's almost too nice in here. I'm not gonna lie, I did throw just a bunch of bullshit in the bed. That being said, I actually got a couple of new wheel tubs. Just got dropped off today. Rock Auto, 50 bucks each. Can you believe that? Shipping kind of sucked getting it up here in Canada, but really finished off the bed real nice. So I got to bolt those in. They're sitting there looking pretty. One had a bit of a shipping flaw in it, but yeah, what are you gonna do? So that really finishes off the bed. I'm pretty stoked on that. What else happened today? Oh, I got the last floor brace. I don't know where I put it. This thing was on back order for like 3 weeks, so I can actually finish the floors. Don't know if I want to. That's a terrible job, but I probably should get that taken care of. Get the floors all dealt with and dialed in. Then I put the fuel tank in. Once the tank's in, then I can start running fuel lines and work on the motor. So I think that's what I might force myself into, which is a terrible video, terrible for you guys to watch. I'll be under the dash, unhappy, but it has to get done. So the truck's really coming together. I'm pretty stoked on it. I'm ready to hear it make some noise and go beat on it a little bit. So I've convinced myself, I guess I should work on the floors, because the motor and all that, it's pretty much ready to go. Just needs fuel, a little bit of screwing around, throttle cable, kick down cable, and some minor wiring, and this thing should make noise. Still gotta do exhaust and all that kind of little stuff, but that'll go fast. Yeah, I'll get to ugly floors. We'll see how this video goes. Well, I'll make a little bit of progress. So I got the pan out because it was just tech screwed in. I did work on this a little bit, so I have the brace in. I had to weld a little kind of patch panel in there, which is pretty ugly, but it'll be fine. So I'll grind that down. I gotta then set the panel in again, trim it to fit, or probably cut this since it's all rusty. I'll join in the top there. So that'll be nice. Otherwise, everything worked out pretty good. The hole matches up. It's all good. I only welded the one side because I can't get the other side because I don't have the thing on stands right now. But that's easy to get to. I'll just buzz it in, and then we can just kind of sand it real quick, and I'm just going to seam seal it. But otherwise, inner rockers and all that are pretty decent, so it's got some strength. So yeah, I'm just trying to kind of get all that stuff out of the way. Seems like it's going pretty good, so I got a little bit of cleaning up to do. I'll kind of regrind everything here. I'll like I said, cut out that bit of the rusty floor. I should be able to tech screw the rest of the floor in and start buzzing in it, which is going to be kind of an ugly job, but I'm hoping to get that done tonight. It's about 9 o'clock. So I'd like to get that all buzzed in, ready to go. And then I'll have to pick up some new bolts to bolt this thing down. Well, that's one side done. Then I can kind of shift the truck over, because I got lots of room on this side, it's tight on the other. Shift the truck over, finish the passenger side, which more of the same. I think I got to the same level. I don't think I trimmed the pan, but I think I got all the brace and all that out, which is pretty simple. And then that's the real ugly work that's done. Then it's a lot of filling in stuff and body work, but that's life. So I'll get grinding and bring it back when this thing's kind of test fit in. Alright, well, it's been a long, boring night of welding, but that's all dealt with. Underneath is all dealt with. I just got to weld the brace to the floor. That shouldn't be too big of a deal. So that's all done. All that's really left on this side now is this piece that's rotted out, so I got to kind of mimic that part of the floor. So I'll zip that out and then just join it under and tuck it under the rocker. So that's that. I didn't do a lot of filming on it because, man, is it boring. If you want to watch a guy time-lapse weld floors, go check out Half-Ass Customs. His last video, he put all the floors in his Pontiac in a weekend, so you can get your fill from him. So all I gotta do is come back, give that a quick grind or a wire wheel. I'll seam seal it, and it'll be dealt with. Good enough for me. But that's it for me tonight. I've had enough of this thing. I'll come back tomorrow, probably finish off that little side. I'm even finish welding in this this sill, pull the door off one more time while it's on this side. Get everything kind of welded in, dealt with. And then do it all over again on the other side, I guess. So, fun time. Alright, so the next day, I actually ended up working late. So, I don't know how much we're going to get done tonight. I did pick up a new tool on the way home, so that's pretty slick. Cordless grinder. So the plan today is pretty simple. I'm not going to take on any big project. I'm going to pull the door off. I'm going to finish welding in the rocker properly. I'm probably going to cut out this part of the floor and kind of join it somehow down there. My plan is to use part of this, so it's got a nice little kind of curve to it. So I should be able to run that down, then just kind of push it over and weld it into the inner rocker, or the whatever cylinder, so it should be good. So I get everything kind of welded in and in place on the top side, and then I can probably move on to the other side, push the truck over, then crawl under it and just kind of tack weld or do whatever I gotta do underneath, which should be pretty easy. It doesn't have to be super pretty. And then I can seam seal everything, and then I'm kind of done. Just do, you know, a little bit of body work around a few areas, but not too crazy. So that's the plan for tonight. Alright, it's been quite the evening, but managed to get it all done. So everything's all kind of ground down a little bit. Got this little patch panel in I'm happy with. The rocker's welded on, front and back. Everything is good. So I think what I'll probably do is just do a little body work around the seam of the rocker and in the jam, and same in the front here. I mean, it was kind of overlapped, but I think while I'm in there, I'll just kind of do a little body work. It'll be good. But that'll be down the road a little. I got to seam seal everything, all the welds, but I'm going to tackle the other side first. So the other side, I haven't trimmed the floor pan yet, but I think I have everything underneath ready to go. So I should be able to kind of put in the brace and the floor pan. And then this section of the passenger side was actually in good shape. And the back was all done. And I just got to join the cab corner to the rocker in there somehow. So I'm hoping tomorrow, if I manage to get out of work on time, I should be able to knock that one out tomorrow night. Get all that dealt with, then seam seal everything, because on the inside, obviously the cab corner and all that, it's all just on the weld, so I'll cut out the grinder real quick. Get everything seam sealed inside, dealt with. I might just rocker guard the whole floor while I'm at it, make it look a little pretty, and be done. Then all that's left is underneath, so I'll be a little careful in welding not to kind of mess up any of my stuff. And I should probably body work the front and back seams while the door's off real quick. So, I don't know, boring progress, but doing something. And actually, tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so might not get a lot done tomorrow or anything. So I have to wait till the weekend, but such is life. What's going on, guys? So, it's been a few days. I think the last time I was kind of doing any filming was Thursday. It's now Sunday morning early. Got some running around to do yet this afternoon, but I'm hoping to get a bunch done here. So I think where I left it off is the whole, this side was done. So Thursday night, then it was Valentine's Day, and then Saturday I actually ended up going out to Half-Ass Customs Brent there. We worked on the T a little bit. But, so I had the odd hour here and there. So I did weld this floor pan in, got the bracing, got it all kind of dealt with, so I didn't do a whole lot of filming, so like I said, I was just working for half hour here, hour there after work and stuff like that. But, I mean, it was basically the same as that side, so it's all good. I just got to finish off just a little bit at the front here for the sill, but realistically, that's kind of all done. All the inside of the truck is dealt with, so I'm going to finish that up real quick. I'm just going to kind of wire wheel the welds on this side and in the back. I don't know if I did that or not. Seam seal it, clean it all up real good. I don't know if I have any, but might just kind of paint it or put something, rocker guard or do something on there. So that way it's dealt with. and all the ugly work's done. I still got to do a little kind of jam there between the cab corner and the rocker and a few little things, but overall that could be done after. I want to get the interior back in this thing. So I got the seat everywhere and the fuel tank and stuff, so I want to get that in and dealt with so it's out of my way. So that is what I'm going to try and get done in the next kind of couple hours here before I got to take off. Yeah, good stuff. So, floors and everything are all seam sealed. You know, I always hope it's going to go better, and it does. It always just becomes a mess, but I guess it's all sealed up, so it's good. This stuff has to sit for half an hour, I think it says, before you can do anything with it. I think I'm going to get some truck bed coating and just paint it so it'll look kind of textured and all one color. And, I don't know, I guess it'll be what it's going to be. So that's fine. The other thing, while I'm waiting on that, I got a little Valentine for my buddy Jeff there at Sobering. These little hinges for the tailgate. So I guess they just kind of go on like that. I'll just go that way. So bolt those on, and then I still had the latch mechanism and all that. So hopefully, I didn't even play with this tailgate. Hopefully the latch kind of works. I might have to take it apart and clean it. I should be able to put the tailgate on. So that's a pretty big win. So I'm gonna do that next. Let that stuff set up. Paint it somehow, be done. All right, tailgate's on. It doesn't fit the greatest, but I'm thinking it's because if you look at it, it's got a big whammo in it. So it's the gaps are real big, but obviously the tailgate's kind of folded in half. That's what'll happen. But it's on there, it's good enough. I got ads out, I'm looking for tailgates. People want a fortune for them. And, I mean, let's be honest, it's a tailgate on an old Chevy truck. They're beat to hell, and a new one's a few $100, which I don't want to do. In here, give it a quick coat of the old truck bed coating, so it'll dull out, obviously, as it dries. There you go, you can hardly tell it was a rusty truck floor before. So that's it. I'm done for today, done for the video. I gotta get on the road. But thanks for watching. Tell your friends. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. I really like the comments. I got t-shirts and all that below. There's a link for that. People are asking me about P.O. Box. I'm not asking for anything, but if you want to sell something, same thing, links down there. I think that's it. Model T will be next, so that'll be fun. Maybe I'll put a little picture right now as to what it kind of looks like, because it's all in a bunch of pieces. Finish that up, and maybe make this thing make some noise, or at least do some wiring on it. All right.